Over time, the condition of Salisbury House deteriorated significantly. The Salisbury House Foundation purchased the new house from ISEA in 1998 in hopes of preserving and restoring the original grandeur of this landmark property and operating it as a museum and cultural events venue. Although the size of the property posed considerable economic hardship, the community contributed immensely to its preservation. After the Weeks family moved out, the owners made very few changes to the property. An addition was built in 1954 on the west side of the original garage, representing a change to the property. A 1962 garage was placed adjacent to the original existing roadway and on an outer corner of the property, so that its visual impact is minimal. Both additions, design, scale, materials, and details were chosen to blend with the existing architecture. Lastly, the parking lot was added by the ISEA to give the property a function as a cultural attraction and museum. Since the start of the new millennium, Salisbury House has undergone extensive restoration work. A careful restoration of the exterior envelope of the building was completed in 2002. Then, in 2005, the Salisbury House Foundation was engaged in a capital campaign to raise funds for the interior restoration of the house, with the intent that the property could act as a public museum with national prominence. The offices of Herbert Louis Cruz Blanc, now known as KBA Architecture, was brought on early in the process, and the interior restoration began in May of 2005. It included replacement and installation of security systems, electrical, plumbing, HVAC, and fire detection, as well as suspension systems, while restoration of interior spaces and finishes was planned to be done at a later phase. At this point, alterations to comply with the American Disabilities Act were done as well. All work carried out in the 2005 phase by the Foundation and work outlined in the proposed interior restoration was designed in accordance with the Secretary of the Interior's standards for rehabilitation and has been developed in consultation with the staff of the State Historic Preservation Office. The period of significance indicated in Salisbury House's National Register nomination is 1923-1954. In 2007 and beyond, work was done by OPN architects. Their work specifically addressed conserving the limestone wall surfaces prevalent in the main circulation spaces and the house's great hall. Assessments and testing were done to determine that the gentlest methods and products were most useful. The actual conservation was carefully planned in order to protect pieces such as the 16th century wood trusses and fireplaces. The phases of restoration that have gone on at the Salisbury House have resulted in a transformation of the impressive stone-lined spaces, revealing lost character and bringing new life to museum spaces. Although restoration practices will surely happen in the future to maintain the home, the mission to appreciate the Salisbury House and outreach to the community it occupies has been achieved.